Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under baseball contest. Today's game pits hosting Brookline against visiting Waltham. Brookline coming in with an impressive 7-1 record as they stand, well, technically atop the A division standings because they played some more games. But if we went by winning percentage, they'd be one game back of Medford, which is still the last remaining undefeated team in A division. Waltham, though, right in the thick of the upper echelon, as they stand with a 5-2 record so far this season. So two very strong teams towards the top of the 17 and under division. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for today. We'll start with visiting Waltham. Leading off for Waltham, the second baseman, number 23, Nick LaForest. Batting second, the right fielder, number 2, Connor Scafiddi. Batting third, playing left field, number 8, Trent Fucci. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 13, Dylan Mullane. Batting fifth and manning the spot behind the plate, number 7, Ty Connolly. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 11, Drew Anderson. Next up, we have the center fielder, number 9, Tyler Chaston. Now batting eighth, the third baseman, number 12, John Engelhart. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 10, Travis Tyrone. And batting 10th and starting on the mound for Waltham today, number 16, Michael Cobb. So that is the opening batting order for Waltham. As you can see, the Brookline fielders meeting up at the mound as the second baseman, number 23, Nick LaForest, gets ready to step into the box against Brookline's starting pitcher, number 10, Eli Rothman. Of the Brookline batting order to kick off the bottom of the first, but for right now, we have a start of a ball game. First pitch from Rothman, connects on it, floats it out to left center, and it's going to drop right into no man's land. That blooper by Nick LaForest perfectly placed into shallow left center, and we've already got our first hit of the ball game. Now batting, the right fielder, number 2, Connor Scafiddi. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Rothman, of course, coming off a clutch save against Belmont last Friday as he checks on LaForest at first. And now delivers, catches the high corner there for strike 1. In Friday's contest, Rothman came in with the bases loaded and 1 out in a 2-run ball game and delivered back-to-back strikeouts for the clutch finish. This pitch to the inside corner, that'll be strike 2. It was a back-and-forth contest, that Belmont game, and ultimately Brookline came away with the win 9-7. But in this game right now, runner on first, nobody out, 1-2, the count to Scafiddi. Rothman pitches, LaForest goes, misses outside, throw down to second, not quite in time. Third base coach not happy he didn't slide on that one. Fortunately for him, he didn't need to in that given scenario, as the shortstop, Jack Martell, juggled the throw from catcher Avery Melton. Two and two, the count to Scafiddi after that pitch missed outside. LaForest now on second. 2-2 pitch. gets a piece of it and fouls it to the backstop. Count will remain 2-2. Rothman checks the runner at second. Checks again. Another 2-2 pitch. This time gets him swinging. That'll be strike 3. Excuse me there. That'll be the first out here in the top of the first inning. And so with 1 out and a runner on second, up comes the left fielder, number 8, Trent Fucci. First pitch, he gets a piece of it and fouls it down the first base side. That'll be strike 1. Rothman, the 0-1 pitch. That hits him! That's going to be a hit-by pitch. That'll put runners at first and second for the cleanup hitter and first baseman, number 13, Dylan Mullane. Rough start to the outing so far for Rothman. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. A bloop single right into no man's land, and then after a strikeout, a hit-by pitch has put 2 runners on here with only 1 out. This pitch comes in low, and that'll make it 1-1. Good covering on the low pitch by Avery Melton. If something gets by him, they're going to have 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-1. Good contact down the left field line, and that's going to be fair. No, it's not. It looked like folks were running on both sides, so I thought it was a fair ball, but the second umpire standing behind Rothman signaled it foul. So instead of a possible run-scoring single, runners taking off. Oh, they caught him. No, they didn't. They didn't catch him. Oh my gosh, some bad miscommunication there. They had both runners between the bags. LaForest didn't stop and just hustled his way down to third. Meanwhile, the second baseman, Donnell O'Neill, forgot there was another runner between first and second and couldn't get a throw off in time before Scafiddi managed to get back to first. So runners on the corners, count is 1 and 2. Now Scafiddi takes off, hits a grounder over to second, fielded by O'Neill. He's going to throw to first for the ground out. Run will come in, and Scafiddi will advance to second on the 4-3 ground out. Waltham takes a 1-0 lead. Now batting, number 7, the catcher, Ty Connolly. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. Rothman checks on Scafiddi at second. 0-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt for a ball, and Scafiddi's going to steal third. Perfect pitch to go on, as there wasn't going to be any good throw from Melton on that one. It'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs and a runner at third. Waltham leads 1-0. The pitch hits a grounder. It's a dribbler over to first, fielded by Redding, thrown to Rothman, and that will end the inning. So the 3-1 ground out puts an end to the top of the first, but not before Waltham becomes first on the board. An RBI ground out by Dylan Mullane brings in Nick LaForest, and Waltham takes a 1-0 lead. As we get ready for the bottom of the first, now I will give the Brookline starting lineup for today. Leading off for the home team will be the extra hitter, number 0, Andrew Silverman. Batting second, the starter on the mound, number 10, Eli Rothman. Batting third, the left fielder, number 12, Daniel Villa. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 11, Brage Golding. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 13, Conrad Wickman. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 16, Jake Levin. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 7, James Redding. Batting ninth and manning the spot behind the plate, number 17, Avery Melton. And finally, batting 10th and playing second base, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. That is your starting lineup for Brookline today. And we'll see how they fare against the southpaw pitcher for Waltham, number 16, Michael Cobb. The team immediately playing from behind here in the bottom of the first inning. But of course, that's not entirely anything new for Brookline. They've played from behind in a number of their games this season, and the record speaks for how well they can play from behind. So it'll be Silverman, Rothman, and Villa, the 1, 2, 3 hitters, due up here in the first against Cobb. Leading off now for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 0, Andrew Silverman. We have an immediate meeting at the mound, however, between Michael Cobb and his catcher, Ty Connolly. It's funny how if you take the first name of the catcher and the last name of the pitcher here in today's battery, you literally get Ty Cobb. Doesn't mean anything, I just thought it was kind of funny. Silverman now into the box. First pitch from Cobb. In there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. Silverman on Friday against Belmont, he went 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Silverman goes down. Cobb getting to work immediately here. A 3-pitch strikeout to the leadoff man. Now batting the pitcher, number 10, Eli Rothman. He fouls the first pitch to the backstop. That'll be strike 1. Rothman on Friday, he went 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. One of the more consistent contact hitters for this Brookline team. The 0-1 gets contact there through the left gap. I feel like I just called a shot there. Another hit for Eli Rothman. Like I said, he's been very consistent at getting good contact, well placed. If I look through the various games and see if I can track down data of the games I missed, it'd be interesting to see if he's got like a bit of a hitting streak going. But now at the plate, as they throw back to the bag and do not get Rothman, at the plate is the left fielder, number 12, Daniel Villa. Cobb checks the runner. Pitch. In there for strike 1. Villa on Friday, he went 2 for 4 with 2 stolen bases, a run scored, and an RBI. Now the 0-1, and he gets contact past the first baseman into right field. That's going to be another hit. Rothman is heading down to third. He's got a good path there, and he's going to make it standing up. A single down the first base line. And Rothman goes to third. Runners at the corners now with 1 out. And coming to the plate, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. Brookline in a prime position to tie this game up with Rothman at third. Pitch. Gets contact, but fouls it down the first base line for strike 1. Martell on Friday, like Villa, he went 2 for 4, though he did it with a strikeout, a stolen base, and a run scored. Cobb checks the runner and delivers. Big swing and a miss for Martell. He's down 0-2. A ball in play has a really good chance of scoring the tying run, unless it's a double play ball. The 0-2 gets contact, high bouncer, picked up at first, but they're going to call it foul. Just right of the line there, from the hitter's perspective, as it was grabbed by the first baseman, Dylan Mullane. Would have been an out and a risk of a double play. Instead, the count remains 0-2. Cobb delivers. Catches the inside corner. That's going to be strike 3. Martell goes down looking. And now with 2 outs and runners on the corners, up comes the center fielder, number 11, Brage Golding. Golding did not play for Brookline in Friday's game. His last game was Thursday's game against East Boston, where he delivered the heroics with the walk-off bunt. Throw back to first, and Villa jumps back easily. You have to wonder if Brookline's going to try and have Villa steal here. Maybe see what Waltham does in response. At least eliminate the forced play at second. First pitch, Villa does take off, shows bunt, and fouls the bunt. Golding can be a very effective bunter when he gets solid contact. But sometimes, because he's bunting, you know, not for a sacrifice, but for a base hit, sometimes he just whiffs on them because you got to land it precisely to get it where you want to go. 0-1 the count. Throws back to the bag. The tough thing about running on a southpaw pitcher is that their windup is going to look so much like the motion for throwing back to the bag because they don't have to turn around. So Villa's got to be really careful here. The 0-1. Comes in inside, goes away from the catcher. Villa gets a free pass to second base. And that'll put runners at second and third. So now second and third with 2 down and a 1-1 count to Golding. Pitch. Big cut and a miss. It's going to be strike 2. It's been 2 singles and 2 strikeouts so far in the bottom of the first, and Cobb trying to get strikeout number 3 to end the inning. 1-2, then he gets strikeout number 3. Golding goes down swinging, and Brookline strands runners at second and third, and they remain behind in this one early. The score after 1, Waltham 1, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan live at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'll be back with the second inning of play after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, here bringing you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under contest between Brookline and Waltham. Top of the second, and leading off for Waltham is number 11, the extra hitter, Drew Anderson. First pitch just misses for ball one. Brookline pitcher Eli Rothman trying to bounce back after giving up one run in the first. The 1-0 comes in low for ball two. Two and 0 the count to Anderson. And that catches the low inside corner for strike one. The 2-1 pitch. Caught a piece of it, but right into the catcher's glove. Either way, strike two. So Rothman fighting back. He's gone from a 2-0 to a 2-2 count. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that'll be strike three. Second strikeout of the day so far for Rothman. As with one out, up comes the center fielder, number 9, Tyler Chaston. That pitch comes inside for ball one. The 1-0. Contact, high bouncer, fielded by Martell. A long throw is not going to be caught, and Chaston's going to head down to second. A throw is not in time. So that's going to be an infield single to short, and then an advance to second on an E6. Martell just got a little too ambitious there, as Rothman turns around, fakes the throw to second to keep Chaston honest. Now up the third baseman, number 12, John Engelhart. Pitch. That one comes in low for ball one. Runner at second, one out. Waltham already leads Brookline 1-0. Pitch. That one is fouled. Count will be 1-1. One and one, the count to Engelhart. Rothman checks the runner, delivers, Slices this one high. Wickman is chasing it in foul territory. And, oh, almost caught by Villa from left field. Just slightly misjudged it. Those high fly balls, man, they come down fast. And if you're having to chase it at full speed, it can be really hard to judge those. 1-2, the count to Engelhart after that ball falls harmlessly for a foul ball. The 1-2. Contact again, flies it out to left. Villa gets under it, and he's got the catch and rifles it back into the infield. Chaston holds at second. 2 down now here in the top of the second with a runner on second, and up comes the shortstop, number 10, Travis Tyrone. Pitch. Good contact here, and that's going to go up the middle. Picked up by Golding, and he's going to rifle it to home. It's going to be cut off well by Redding, and the runner is going to hold. A single to center for Tyrone. Chaston goes down to third. Good hustle by Golding in center field to rifle that one back into the infield and prevent the run. Though Waltham is still threatening, as coming to the plate now is the pitcher, number 16, Michael Cobb. Cobb with a good chance to add to his own cause here. 2 outs, runners on the corners. First pitch, Tyrone takes off. Melton's going to make the throw down to second. They're going to cut it off and throw for home, and he slides under the tag. The double steal succeeds. Brookline tried to pull the trickery there, but instead, Waltham takes the 2-0 lead off the double steal. Now runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and missed. I believe the count is 1-1. Pitch comes in high and outside. That'll be ball 2. Tyrone leads off from second. Pitch. Big swing and a miss, and that's actually going to be strike 3. I lost track of the count. It's a dropped third strike, but thrown to first, and that's going to be the final out. So the top of the second ends, and Waltham puts another run on the board. They now lead 2-0. And really, some defensive lapses largely to blame for that situation. Tyler Chaston got a nice infield hit into the gap between short and third. It was fielded by Martell, and he decided to try and risk it on a fancy fadeaway throw, but just did not work at all. Sailed over the head of James Redding and allowed Chaston to go down to second. After that, Tyrone singled to center, which ordinarily would have just put runners at first and second, instead put them at first and third. And then, of course, the double steal, where again, Brookline tried to be aggressive defensively, and again, it did not pay off, as the double steal succeeded despite Brookline trying to go for the cutoff play to catch the runner going for home. As the throw was from second was just a little high. And so Melton could not get down fast enough to try and catch the sliding Chaston, and he came in to score. So 2-0 the score. Cobb returns to the mound for his second inning of work. He stranded runners at second and third and struck out the side. All 3 outs from strikes. Due up now will be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Brookline. That'll be Conrad Wickman, Jake Levin, and James Redding. Leading off for Brookline, the third baseman, number 13, Conrad Wickman. Pitch. That one catches the low corner for strike one. Wickman, a slightly different spot in the lineup from what we usually see. Usually his spot occupied by Sam Paulgreen, as that pitch is in there for strike two. But this time manager John Busey decided to start Wickman at the hot corner instead of Paulgreen. Pitch. Contact here. It's a high bouncer over to the shortstop, fielded by Tyrone. Long throw for first, and he gets him in time. Wickman made it a play, but Tyrone made the play. Had just enough time to make that long throw over to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now up, the right fielder, number 16, Jake Levin. First pitch is in there for strike one. Levin on Friday had a bit of a rough go of it. 0 for 4 with a strikeout, a steal, a run scored, and an RBI, if you can believe that, as he takes strike two. 0-2, the count to Levin. Cobb delivers, gets contact. It's a high bouncer over to third, and that's going to be foul. A few inches to Levin's right, and that could have been a real close play for an infield single. But instead, the count remains 0-2. The 0-2, that one comes in high for ball one. That is just the second ball that Cobb has thrown here so far today. That's amazing. This pitch skips in low for ball two. So this is the first multi-ball count that we've had. It took until Cobb's fifth hitter faced, that was Brage Golding at the end of the first inning. It took until him before he threw his first ball. And now Levin gets contact, fielded by Cobb, thrown to first, the 1-3 ground out for the second out of the inning. So 2 down and nobody on, as up to the plate comes the first baseman, number 7, James Redding. Redding did not play in the Belmont game. I think he might have been a late defensive substitution, but either way, he swings and misses there. That'll be strike one. And indeed, Redding did come in to play first base for the last 2 outs of the game after Rothman took over on the mound, as that ball misses outside for ball one. Redding is essentially the backup first baseman on this team. He takes over whenever Rothman is on the mound or any other kind of situation like that. The 1-1 comes in low, and that's going to be ball two. Two and one, the count to Redding. Cobb steps back on the rubber and delivers. That one misses as well. Michael Cobb has thrown as many balls in this at-bat to Redding as he has the entire rest of his pitching outing. 3-1 the count. The pitch, swung on and missed. Strike two. And you know that's one that Redding wants back, because if he didn't swing at that, there was a good chance he was getting a free pass to first. Instead, the count will be full. Pitch. That one comes in low, and it's going to be a walk anyway. James Redding with the free pass down to first base. And so Brookline will not go down in order here in the bottom of the second. Coming to the plate now, the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. First pitch from Cobb. Catches the high corner for strike one. Oh, and 1 the count. 0-1 pitch. Redding thinks about going, decides against it, and the pitch is in there for strike 2 to Melton. Melton on Friday went 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Rather strange batting line there. He now faces an 0-2 count against Cobb. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and that's going to end the inning. Redding was heading down to second, but the point is moot, as another 3-pitch strikeout for Cobb ends the second inning. We are through 2 here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and the score, Waltham 2, Brookline 0. I'll take a short mute break and be back with the third inning. Stay tuned. And we're back. Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, giving you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under baseball contest between Brookline and Waltham. And the first pitch to Nick LaForest is grounded over to short, fielded by Martell, and thrown to first for a quick first out here in the top of the third inning. 1 pitch and 1 out, that's got to feel good, especially after LaForest led off the top of the first inning with a single and later came in to score. Now batting is number 2, Connor Scafiddi. First pitch to Scafiddi is in there, catches the corner for strike 1. Scafiddi, his last time up, he struck out swinging. And now Eli Rothman trying to make things happen again. Catches the zone again. That's going to be strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Golfs it into the air in the infield. Martell calls for it and makes the catch. So Rothman making fast work of these hitters this time. Now up the left fielder, number 8, Trent Fucci. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. This pitch is in there for strike one. Pitch, swung on and missed. That's going to be strike two. The 0-2 count. He sends this one well out to left. That's going to go over Villa's head, and that's going to go to the wall. This is going to be extra bases for Trent Fucci as it's rifled back into the infield. And Fucci holds it second with a stand-up double to deep left. Now up, a man with one RBI already, and that is the first baseman, number 13, Dylan Mullane. Last time he got his RBI on a ground out to second. This pitch misses low and away. That's going to be ball one. Bit hard to read the ump's signals because he points regardless of whether it's a strike or a ball, and that's unusual. But I think, based on what I'm seeing, he points with his left hand when it's a ball. This pitch, runner takes off, and it's low, and there's not going to be a throw there. So Fucci steals third for the second time today. Unfortunately, I lost track of players in the first inning, and I thought he was Scafiddi, but in fact, that is the second steal of third for Fucci. This pitch is a slow roller foul down the third base line. 2-1 is now the count. Rothman sets, 2-1. That one comes in low as well. That's going to make the count 3-1. Waltham already leading 2-0. Their third run 90 feet from the plate. Pitch. Good contact here. That's going to go up the middle for a single. Easy score for Fucci, and Mullane has his second RBI of the day. Waltham has scored a run in every inning so far. Just one exactly, but one in each inning. They now are up 3-0. Mullane leads off first, and Rothman throws back, and Mullane dives safely. At the plate for Waltham now is the catcher, number 7, Ty Connolly. Connolly, his last time up, grounded out to first to end the first inning. Pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike one. Connolly steps out of the box for a second. 2 outs and a runner at first here in the top of the third. Rothman checks on Mullane over at first. Now delivers. Mullane takes off. It's a hit and run. Sent out to right and caught by Levin. That's going to end the inning. We are through 2.5 now, and Waltham continuing to build their lead on Brookline here. The score now, Waltham 3, Brookline 0. Waltham has scored exactly 1 run in each of the first 3 innings. Rothman got the inning off to a very hot start. He got a ground out to short and a pop out to short for a quick first 2 outs. But then Trent Fucci, down to the last strike of the inning, sent an absolute missile out to left field. No chance for Villa to collect it. Turned into a stand-up double. He stole third base and then came in on a single up the middle by Dylan Mullane. Due up for Brookline will be the 10, 1, and 2 hitters, namely Donnell O'Neill, Andrew Silverman, and Eli Rothman. O'Neill, it will be his first at bat against Waltham pitcher Michael Cobb. And then it will be the ever so important second time through the lineup for the Brookline hitters. Cobb has been dealing thus far 2 shutout innings that include 4 strikeouts and only 1 walk. He did give up 2 hits in the bottom of the first that put runners at the corners with 1 out, but Brookline could not capitalize. They're about ready to get it started. They had to wait for Connolly, since he was the last batter at the end of the top half of the inning. Got to put all that equipment on as the catcher. And that throw down to second means we're ready to get this bottom of the third inning underway. A light haze in the skies to the distance here in Brookline today. Small breeze, no precipitation expected, which is good news for all of us here. First pitch from Cobb is in there for strike 1 to the second baseman, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. O'Neill had a very weird stat line in Friday's game as this pitch comes in and is fouled high in the air. Is it going to stay in play? It's tracked and caught by the first baseman. And that is a different first baseman. That's not Dylan Mullane. That is the starting extra hitter, Drew Anderson, who made that catch. Well tracked there for out number 1. So now with 1 out and nobody on, we cycle back to the top of the order with the extra hitter, number 0, Andrew Silverman. First pitch is high for ball 1. Silverman went down on 3 pitches, struck out swinging his last at bat. Now the 1-0, and he gets contact there and dribbles it foul down the third base side. So it'll be a 1-1 count. So already he cannot strike out on 3 pitches. But he would certainly like a result other than a strikeout entirely. The 1-1 pitch comes in low for ball 2. Cobb sets. 1-1. Curves in there for strike 2. 2-2, now the count to Silverman. 1 out, nobody on. Brookline trails Waltham 3-0. Cobb, the 2-2 pitch. Just a bit outside, ball 3. Silverman showing some real plate patience here. He's worked it to a full count. Cobb, the payoff pitch. Misses, and that's going to be ball 4. So Silverman gets on base this time. His plate patience works out for him as he draws the free pass down to first. Now up at the plate is the pitcher, number 10, Eli Rothman. Silverman dancing off from first, trying to get in Cobb's head. Rothman, his last time up, he hit a single through the left gap. Now the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Want to know the count to Rothman. He is 1 for 1 so far today. And Silverman reads Cobb's pickoff attempt well and hops back to the bag. Not even close on that play. 1-0 pitch. The runner's taking off. It's in there for a strike, and Silverman slides under the tag safely. So Silverman gets into scoring position. Runner now on second with 1 out. I believe that pitch was a strike, so it is a 1-1 count to Rothman. Pitch. That one comes in high and away. 2-1 now the count. Cobb checks the runner. Silverman dances off second. The pitch is fouled over the backstop. That's going to be strike 2 to Rothman. The count is 2-2. The pitch gets contact, bloops it to the second baseman. That's going to be out number 2. Now at the plate, the left fielder, number 12, Daniel Villa. Villa got a single down the first base line his last time up. Later stole second to put runners at second and third with 2 outs, but was stranded. That pitch is in there for strike 1. Villa hoping not to strand Silverman the way he was stranded back in the first inning. Brookline still trying to get their first run on the board. Cobb turns around, looks back at Silverman, who continues dancing off the bag. The 0-1 pitch. And this one is skied out to center field. It's going back, and the center fielder has it. Chaston with the catch, and that's going to end the third inning. Silverman stranded at second. That is the 4th runner left on base for Brookline so far today, and the 3rd in scoring position. Their offensive woes continue as they still trail Waltham 3-0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Remember, if you like the broadcast, make sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the broadcasts I have coming up. You can also follow me on social media. Links to my Facebook and Instagram accounts are in the description as always, as is a link to my email address if you want to make any special requests for a game coverage or a highlight video, anything like that. But in the meantime, we are through 3. The score, Waltham 3, Brookline 0. And I'll take a short mute break. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. And welcome back. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you the top of the 4th inning of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under baseball contest between Brookline and Waltham. Leading off for Waltham here in the top of the 4th will be number 11, Drew Anderson. First pitch is high and away for ball 1. Brookline pitcher Eli Rothman has had a rough go of it. No blow-up innings, but he's given up a run in each of the first 3 as his team trails 3-0. That pitch comes inside for ball 2. 2-0, the count to Anderson. That pitch misses outside. It's going to be 3-0. Anderson, his last time up, struck out swinging to lead off the top of the second. The 3-0 comes in high, and this time it's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Anderson. So a rough start to the inning for Rothman this time, as the leadoff man is now on first. Now up at the plate is number 9, Tyler Chaston. Runner taking off on the first pitch. The first pitch is a strike, and the throw down to second is not going to be in time. Waltham has been very strong on the base pads. Seven stolen bases for Waltham so far today, including 2 from the double steal back in the second inning that allowed Chaston, the current batter, to score. This pitch is outside. That's going to be ball 1. 1-1, if I'm not mistaken, is the count. Runner on second, nobody out. Pitch. That's inside for ball 2. 2-1, the count. Rothman checks the runner at second. Delivers, slices this one high. It's into shallow center. Brage Golding comes in and makes the catch, and the runner holds at second. Now up is the third baseman, number 12, John Engelhart. Engelhart, his last time up, flew out to left. And he takes the first pitch low and away for ball 1. Anderson stands at second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Waltham holding a 3-0 lead over Brookline as Rothman turns around, decides not to throw, just keeping Anderson honest on the base pads. Pitch, swung on and missed. That's going to be strike 1. Really feel like I can't understate how lethal Waltham has been on the base pads. Not only have they stolen 7 bases up to this point, 3 of those steals have been of third base, and 1 of those steals has been of home. They've been aggressive on the pads, and it's been working. The 1-1 gets contact right back to Rothman. He holds the runner and throws to first. Good fundamentals there from Eli Rothman. He gets the important second out of the inning and also holds the lead runner in place. Now up is the shortstop, number 10, Travis Tyrone. Oh, they caught him! Or, oh, I think they called a balk. Again, the aggressive base running as Anderson now gets to third. I was looking at my score sheet getting ready for the batter as he now takes the pitch for strike 1. Then I look up and all of a sudden there's a play going on. Seems like Rothman may have committed a balk. I think that's why he wasn't allowed to throw down to third to try and stop Anderson. This pitch, high bouncer, over to first, collected by Redding. He takes it himself, and that ends the inning. So no score for Waltham in the 4th. The first inning so far today where they came away with a goose egg on the board. They still lead Brookline 3-0. Meanwhile, Brookline with their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Namely, that's Jack Martell, Brage Golding, and Conrad Wickman. Michael Cobb returns to the mound. He's got 3 shutout innings so far. He hasn't given up a hit since the first inning. He gave up 2 hits in the first and then 1 walk in each of the next 2 innings. So 2 hits and 2 walks are all the base runners he's given up through 3 innings. And he also has 4 strikeouts to his name, 3 of them coming in the first inning. The 3 batters due up for Brookline, all 0 for 1 thus far. As so far, Eli Rothman and Daniel Villa, the only Brookline batters with a hit so far today. So in this second time through the lineup, you're going to see a lot of guys with 0 for 1 hitting lines so far, and that includes Martell, Golding, and Wickman. Stepping to the plate now to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch, in there for strike 1. Martell, his last time up, he struck out looking. Now the 0-1, in there for strike 2. Cobb seems to be fooling him well. The 0-2 pitch gets contact this time and fouls it off the backstop, and Martell stays alive. The 0-2 again. Big swing, and he gets a piece of it. Martell stays alive again. The 0-2 pitch again, and he slices this one. And it's fouled off one of the trees down the right field side. So 3 straight foul balls for Martell after falling behind in the count 0-2. Battling here. The 0-2 again. This time he gets contact. It's in play. Fielded by the first baseman. He's going to have to throw to the pitcher. He doesn't catch it. Martell reaches on the error. It would have been a close play, but pitcher probably would have made it. Throw was behind him, so I'm going to score that a throwing error. That is an E3 in my book. Some might score that an infield hit. Some might score that an E1 for the pitcher not catching it. But whatever the score, Martell is on first with Brage Golding at the plate. Pitch, he shows bunt and fouls it again. That'll be strike 1. Oh and 1 the count. Golding his last time up as he swings and misses for strike 2 on this one. He struck out swinging to end the bottom of the first inning last time. Looking to do something better this time around. 0-2 is already the count. Martell takes off. He fouls it to the backstop, stays alive, but Martell has to go back to first base. That's tough. Against a lefty thrower, I mean, you're really only going to be able to sneak off from him once. As you see, he now throws back. Oh and 2, still the count to Golding. Pitch, And he fouls it to the backstop again. The Brookline hitters getting contact, just having trouble putting it in play. 6 foul balls between the first 2 hitters here in the 4th. Oh, throw back to first. Oh, and 2, still the count to Golding. Pitch, Martell takes off. It's a hit and run. It's sent up the middle. That's going to drop into center field. Martell is going to go around for third. It's going to be a close play. And he's thrown out at third, and Golding advances to second on the throw. So that'll be the first out of the inning. And so it'll be 1 out with a runner on second. The hit and run ends up kind of backfiring on Brookline there. But now coming to the plate with 1 out and a runner on second, the third baseman, number 13, Conrad Wickman. Big swing and a miss. That'll be strike 1. Wickman, his last time up, he led off the bottom of the second with a ground out to the shortstop. He now comes up with a man in scoring position. And one of the faster runners on Brookline's roster in Brage Golding. 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1. Golding is a guy they got to watch out for on the bags right now. I mean, if that ball gets away from the catcher, he's at third base. The 1-1. That one comes in low for ball 2. Two and 1, the count to Wickman. Cobb checks on Golding and delivers. That's contact and foul down the third base line. 2 and 2, now the count to Wickman. Pitch. Swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. 5th strikeout of the day thus far for Michael Cobb. And now with 2 outs and a runner on second, up comes the right fielder, number 16, Jake Levin. Levin, his last time up, he grounded out back to the pitcher. This time, might have got a piece of it there, but either way, that's strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Gets good contact here if it stays fair, and it does not stay fair. That was one that could have turned into an RBI double if it stayed fair, but too far to Levin's left. Instead, it'll be an 0-2 count. 2 outs and a runner at second. 0-2 comes in high for ball 1. One and 2, the count to Levin, and steps out of the box for a second. Cobb sets up and delivers. That one is low. That's going to be ball. Two and 2, the count to Levin. Golding leads off from second. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch, and that one's outside for ball 3. Levin has fought his way back from an 0-2 count to a full count. Pitch. Swung on and missed, and Brookline is out of the fourth. Brookline leaves another runner stranded in scoring position. 4 of their 5 stranded runners thus far today have been on second or third. After 4, the score, Waltham 3, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'll be back with the 5th inning after a brief mute break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, giving you live coverage of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under baseball contest between hosting Brookline and visiting Waltham. We are through 4 innings here. Waltham holding a comfortable 3-0 lead over Brookline. And leading off is the pitcher who is working that strikeout for Waltham, Michael Cobb. First pitch from Eli Rothman is swung on and missed. Actually, we've got a pinch hitter here, so I'm going to have to check on that one real quick as it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch from Rothman. That one misses outside for ball 1. So this is number 6, Cody Eaton. This pitch, he skies this one out to left center. It's being tracked by Villa. He's got the catch out in left. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Seeing a pinch hitter for the pitcher, you certainly wonder if he's coming back out for the next inning. Of course, Cobb has been absolutely dealing 4 shutout innings thus far. But in the meantime, we're still in the top half, and so now due up for Waltham is number 23, Nick LaForest. First pitch catches the high corner for strike 1. LaForest 1 for 2 thus far. He got a single to shallow left center his first time up, and later came around to score. His second at bat was a ground out to the shortstop. This pitch is in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch gets good contact there, but it's right at the center fielder, caught by Golding for out number 2. Now coming to the plate, I think this is another pinch hitter we've got up here. First pitch comes in, and I believe that missed for ball 1. Got to see if I can catch the jersey number because Connor Scafiddi, who would be batting, is now operating as the first base coach. The 1-0 misses high for ball 2. Hard to tell from this distance, but I think that is number 5, Ian LaForest. I'm going to wait to get confirmation as I see if I can get a better look. As this one comes in for a strike. Oh, he almost turned around and showed the bigger jersey number there. So close. The struggles of a broadcaster. 2-1 the count. Pitch. Misses low and away. It's going to be ball 3. 3-1 the count here to the pinch hitter. Now the 3-1 down Broadway for strike 2, and indeed, I saw it there. This is in fact number 5, Ian LaForest. Now the payoff pitch from Rothman. Gets contact there, sends a grounder over to third, taken by Wickman, thrown to first. The throw is over Redding's head, and LaForest is going to head down to second. So the pinch hit reach on error. So now 2 outs and a runner on second. As coming up now, unless there's another pinch hitter, is number 8, Trent Fucci. And he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Fucci's had a pretty successful day thus far. As this pitch comes in and he slices it high. It's going to stay in the infield. Wickman's tracking it, and he lost it! He lost track of it! So back-to-back E5s. That's got to be tough for the pitcher. He's gotten his team out of the inning effectively twice now, but he still has to keep pitching, thanks to back-to-back errors. Fucci at first, LaForest at third, 2 outs, and up comes Dylan Mullane, who's got 2 RBIs already. Fucci takes off on the first pitch. They're going to throw down to second, but not really. Pitch from Rothman, that comes in low, and a little bit of help from the face mask of the official, as it skipped past Melton but didn't go all the way to the backstop because it bounced off the ump's mask. 1-1 the count to Mullane. He's in good position to add to his team's lead, 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch in there for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Mullane. Now the pitch. That one skips away, but again, it bounces hard off the backstop. And so the runners hold. 2-2 the count. Rothman sets the 2-2 pitch. Slices this one high. And it's going to be foul down the first base side and out of play. So Mullane stays alive at 2-2. Now Rothman with the 2-2 again. He slices it high. This one's going to stay in play. Redding is tracking it, and he's got the catch. So the pop out in foul territory means Brookline gets out of the top of the 5th unscathed. Just barely, though. Couple of errors almost proved costly, as Waltham was able to get 2 players into scoring position there, but ultimately could not make any results of it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The score still Waltham 3, Brookline 0. And we do, in fact, have a new pitcher for Waltham, it's going to be Ian LaForest in at pitcher for Cobb. So Cobb, having pitched 4 shutout innings, he will be on the hook for the win if Waltham maintains the lead through the rest of the game. LaForest could potentially get the save if he pitches all 3 innings for the rest of the game. But we'll see what they decide to do here. It's going to be the 8, 9, 10 hitters for Brookline, namely Redding, Melton, and O'Neill. So honestly, a good part of the order to bring in your relief pitcher for, to kind of get him warmed up in a part of the lineup that might not be as dangerous. Because one thing you see a lot at this level is, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, no one really specializes as being a relief pitcher at this level. It just doesn't happen. You know, guys who are pitching tend to also be position players at the same time. So it's not like they're already in that mindset of, I'm going to be on the mound today, or I'm going to come in, you know, late in the game, partway through. And so sometimes they come in and they struggle to hit their zones. It can, you know, it can be a little different. We'll see how LaForest handles things here. As he steps on the rubber first to face the Brookline first baseman, number 7, James Redding. Redding, his last time up, he drew a 2-out walk in the bottom of the second, but would ultimately get stranded at first. First pitch in the zone for strike 1. Now that pitch, either they say he went or it's said it caught the corner. Either way, it's an 0-2 count now to Redding. The 0-2 pitch from LaForest. In there for strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Redding goes down looking. What was that I said about relief pitchers struggling when they first come out? Apparently not this one, as now due up is Avery Melton. First pitch to him catches the outside corner for strike 1. Melton, his last time up, he struck out swinging on 3 pitches to end the second inning. This pitch is low and away for ball 1. First ball thrown by LaForest so far, and the first ball that Melton has seen in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-1 gets contact as a dribbler back to the mound. LaForest has it for the easy 1-3. 2 quick, easy outs for the Waltham reliever. And now coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. O'Neill, last time up, he popped out into foul territory to the first baseman to lead off the third. This time, first pitch, he hits a chopper over to third, fielded, thrown, not in time. Infield single for Donnell O'Neill. The backup third baseman, number 20, Connor Smith, could not make a quick enough throw to first from all the way across the infield. And now O'Neill stands at first with the extra hitter, number 0, Andrew Silverman, at the plate. O'Neill takes off on the first pitch, comes in high for a ball, and O'Neill slides down to second safely. One and 0, the count to Andrew Silverman. Pitch. And he gets all of this one. It's heading out to left center. They're not going to catch that one. Off the wall! Silverman's going to go for extra bases, and he's going to hold at second with the stand-up double. O'Neill comes in to score, and Brookline's on the board. What a rocket from Andrew Silverman, a few feet higher, and that was going to clear the fence. But it does get Brookline on the board. And now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, Brookline trails Waltham 3-1. Up at the plate now is the pitcher, number 10, Eli Rothman. Pitch. Curves in for strike 1. Rothman 1 for 2 so far today. He got a single in the first inning, and then he popped out to second in the 3rd. Now off the 0-1, he hits a hard grounder over to first. First baseman's going to take it himself, and that's going to end the inning. So Brookline strands a runner at second once again, but they managed to get on the board off a deep shot from Andrew Silverman. Again, just a few feet more, and this would be a 1-run ball game. That ball was heading right for the fence, bounced off the top of it. But either way, Silverman does drive in Donnell O'Neill and gets his team on the board. 3-1, Waltham leads as we get ready to head into the 6th inning. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. And I'll be back after a short mute break. Stay tuned. And we're back. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the top of the 6th inning of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under contest between Brookline and Waltham. The first pitch to Waltham's Ty Connolly misses for a ball. The 1-0 pitch comes in high for ball 2. Connolly, his last time up, he flew out to right to end the 3rd inning. The pitch misses again for ball 3, 3-0 the count. Connolly also grounded out to first to end the top of the 1st inning, so for once leading off an inning, he can't end this inning, but he would like a hit. He is 0 for 2 so far. That pitch in there for strike 1. He thought he had the 4-pitch walk, but the ump said it caught the zone. 3-1 the count. Pitch. Slices this one high. It's into shallow left. It's being tracked by Villa, and he's got the catch. One down, and Rothman has now pitched 5 1/3 innings. He is in his 6th inning of work right now, as I think we've got a pinch hitter coming up for Drew Anderson. That looks like it might be number 15. The pitch swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 1. That indeed will be number 15, Luke Tripp. Next pitch in there for strike 2. So Waltham making a number of changes throughout their lineup. Brookline has mostly been staying with what they've got, although one big defensive replacement over at third base is Rothman gets him to check swing foul, and he stays alive at 0-2. As they've made a defensive change, Sam Paulgreen has replaced Wickman at third base. Wickman had a rough fifth inning defensively, back-to-back errors where they had 2 outs and could have ended the inning. As this pitch comes in, and he gets him looking. Another strikeout for Eli Rothman, and even though he is currently on the losing side of this game, he is absolutely eating innings right now. You know, credit to him. He's been gradually falling further and further behind through the first few innings, but he's settled down since then, as now up is Tyler Chaston. And first pitch, and it's a dribbler. Oh, it was off his foot. They're not going to call it off his foot. They're going to call the 5-3 ground out? Man, I'm not usually one to agree. Things getting a little heated after that play. The Waltham manager and the field umpire getting into it a little there. And one of the Waltham parents also shouting. I mean, I agree that he, personally I agree he missed the call, but I'm never going to advocate heckling an ump. I mean, these guys, you know, they're being underpaid. They're coming out to games where they're getting heckled. And, I mean, there's a national ump shortage. I'm sorry, there's a national official shortage across several sports at the high school level. I'm never going to advocate going after an ump. If you don't like a call, tough. And I would say this if it went against Brookline or if it went against Waltham. You don't like the call, tough. Respect the officials. You need them here to have the game. That's just my feeling. Ian LaForest returns to the mound for Waltham. He'll be facing the meat of the order for Brookline, the 3-4-5 hitters. Daniel Villa, Jack Martell, and Brage Golding. Brookline trailing Waltham 3-1. First pitch from LaForest. It hits him in the head. Oh, no. The manager sprinting from third base to check on his player. Oh, that. You never want to see this. Oh, Villa's still down on the ground. He's kicking his feet in pain, which is at least, you know, I mean, at least he's conscious. But, man, he is still down. Man, I mean, you know that pitch wasn't intentional. And it's almost like, you know, Villa was trying to duck out of the way, and he almost ducked into it. He almost, you know, ducked his head right into it, like it might have hit like the top of his shoulder or something. If he hadn't, you know, tried to lean back and duck away. His head is up. He's up on his knees. He's holding ice on his head, and he's back up on his feet. That's good. That is good to see. He's, you know, he's walking around, looks okay. That probably hurts like a son of a gun, but at least he's okay. So Brookline's going to have to find a pinch runner to trot down to first for him. After that, as Jack Martell will step to the plate. And running for Brookline is going to be number 24, Leander Gosling. Now at the plate, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. That one curves in there for strike one. Oh, 1. He slices this one high into shallow right. Right fielder's tracking it, and he's got it. Well caught by number 15, Luke Tripp. And that's going to be out number 1. 1 out and a runner at first. Martell frustrated he didn't get that one. And coming to the plate now is number 11, Brage Golding. Throw back to first, and awkwardly but safely back to the bag is Gosling. He was testing it there, though. He looked like he couldn't decide whether he was going to step back or dive back, and so he kind of did both. Golding showing bunt right from the word go. He pulls back, though, and the pitch misses for ball 1. Golding has tried to bunt on the first pitch of every at-bat so far, but he's always fouled it off. Pitch. That one comes in high as well. It's going to be a 2-0 count. His last time up, Golding hit a single to center, which was a bit unfortunate as the hit and run resulted in Jack Martell being thrown out at third. 2-0 pitch now, swung on and missed. He might have got a piece of it, but that's going to be strike one. The 2-1. In there for strike two. 2-2 now the count as LaForest has battled back to a 2-strike count. Gosling leading off from first. 1 out here. Gosling taking off. That one's in there for strike 3, but Gosling successfully steals second. Golding goes down looking. But Gosling into scoring position. And now up is the substitute third baseman, number 9, Sam Paulgreen. He slices the first pitch high. That's going to stay in the infield, and it's going to be caught by Mullane to end the inning. We are through 6 here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. And the score through 6, Waltham 3, Brookline 1. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'll be back with the 7th and final inning of regulation after a short mute break. Stay tuned. And I'm back. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you the 7th and final inning of regulation of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 17 and under contest between home team Brookline and the visiting Waltham. Here in the top of the 7th, Waltham hopes to build on what is already a 3-1 lead. They have not scored since the 3rd inning. And we've got a new pitcher for Brookline and a flurry of defensive substitutions. The new pitcher for Brookline is number 11, Brage Golding. He takes over for Eli Rothman, who pitched 6 innings for Brookline. Leading off for Waltham is number 20, Connor Smith. First pitch is in there for strike 1. As for the other defensive movements, Rothman, the starting pitcher, has now moved to first base. James Redding, the starting first baseman, has moved out to right. The 0-1 pitch is connected on. It's a hard grounder, fielded by O'Neill at second. Easy toss to first for the first out of the inning. So 1 down, and as I said, Golding for Rothman on the mound. Rothman for Redding at first. Redding for Levin in right. Levin for Golding in center. And then Nathan Turetsky comes in for Daniel Villa in left field as Villa took a ball to the head in the bottom of the 6th. So this is a first pitch strike to, I believe, Travis Tyrone. Swung on and missed, and no, we've got another pinch hitter here. This is number 3, Jamie Schumacher. The 0-2 to Schumacher. Misses outside for ball 1. The 1-2 gets contact, and it sails over my head, but I'm okay. More importantly, all the equipment's okay, and Schumacher stays alive at 1-2. Pitch. This one comes in high for ball 2. So Schumacher fighting here. Pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's going to be strike 3. So 2 quick outs for Golding on the mound here. And now coming to the plate is the same pinch hitter we had last time for Cobb. This is number 6, Cody Eaton. First pitch skips in and off the face mask of Melton. That's going to be ball 1. We do have some action in the Waltham bullpen. I can't quite see through the trees who is warming up, but whoever it is going to be trying to close the door with a 2-run lead unless something happens here. That's a pitch that catches the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1, the count to Eaton. Golding the pitch, gets contact. It's a hard grounder, fielded at shortstop by Martell, thrown to first, and that ends the... What? They said that Rothman was off the bag. And now the Brookline manager coming out to check with the ump. And very quickly and cordially they check on that. Now they're going to confer with the other official. They're going to stick with the call. And so hard to say whether you score that an error or not, but either way, a runner is at first now with 2 outs. First pitch. This one comes in high. 1-0. Golding checks the runner at first. And a balk is called. Eaton gets the free pass to second. And this ball skips in the dirt for ball 2. Still trying to see who it is, because I think we've got another pinch hitter. And I think, yeah, no, that's the last one left. This should be number 1, Alex Morales, hitting for the leadoff hitter, Nick LaForest. That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 now the count. So we are getting to see the entire Waltham lineup today. Pitch, runner's taking off for third. In there for a strike. Throw down to third is not in time. Two and two, unless I've missed my count here. 2-2 pitch is low, and that's going to fill the count at 3-2. 2 outs and a runner at third. Waltham trying to extend their lead. They're currently up 3-1 over Brookline, trying to get some more insurance here. Morales, the pinch hitter at the plate. The pitch, and he slices it foul off the backstop, and he stays alive at a full count. Golding, the payoff pitch again, is sliced off the backstop again. Morales battling here. Payoff pitch once again, and again he fouls it. 3 straight foul balls with a full count by Alex Morales. Payoff pitch again. He gets contact in play this time. Right back to Golding, who tosses it easily to first. And that's going to be out number 3. Morales gave it a battle, but nothing doing there. Eaton did a nice job reaching first and then getting all the way to third on a close play at first. And now we get ready to head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for Brookline. And we're going to see the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. That is Levin, Redding, and Melton. And as this is their last chance to stay alive, we might see some pinch hitters. Be on the lookout for that. We saw... We did see Nathan Turetsky come into the game, but he seemed to come in Villa's defensive spot, so not quite sure where he is in the order. We'll see what they do there. Seems unlikely that he would come in as a pinch hitter, but of course there are other possibilities for Brookline, depending on who's here today. But in the meantime, Waltham sticking with Ian LaForest for his 3rd inning of relief. Again, if he completes 3 innings of relief, then he does qualify for the save. Of course, the starting pitcher, Michael Cobb, on the hook for the win after 4 shutout innings of work to start this ball game. Whereas for Brookline, Eli Rothman would be tagged with the loss after giving up 3 runs in 6 innings. Leading off for Brookline here in the bottom of the 7th will be now the center fielder, number 16, Jake Levin. First pitch from LaForest comes in low for ball 1. Levin, his last time up, struck out swinging to end the 4th inning. He stranded Brage Golding at second in that situation. This pitch catches the low corner for strike 1. Before that, Levin grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd inning. So he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. This time he gets contact, popped into right, but right at the right fielder, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Tripp gets the catch again, and it's 1 down. Looks like they're going to stick with their hitters. No pinch hitters here, so with 1 out, up comes the now right fielder, number 7, James Redding. First pitch, and he takes a hack at that one for strike 1. Oh and 1 the count to Redding. Pitch comes in low for ball 1. The 1-1 from LaForest gets contact, a hard grounder over to third, fielded by the third baseman and thrown to first, and that's going to be the 2nd out. And that was actually Eaton playing third now. As I said, they've made it quite a few defensive substitutions, but now Brookline down to their final out. They trail Waltham by 2. Up at the plate is the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. This pitch just misses Melton's back, and that's going to be ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Gets contact, bloops it over the first baseman and into right field. They throw to first! They got him! A 9-3 force out. No, it's a 9-1. It was LaForest covering first from the mound. What an unbelievable way to end the ball game. It seemed as though Avery Melton had kept things alive for Brookline, but what hustle. First from Ian LaForest to be smart and cover the bag, and just knowing the situational awareness there of knowing what your assignment is. And then Luke Tripp, the backup out in right field, who hustled in and fired a laser to first base to catch Melton at first. So that's going to do it. The final score here at Warren Field, Waltham 3, Brookline 1. Brookline falls to 7-2 on the season, while Waltham improves to 6-2. So the two teams now just a half game apart from each other. And technically in this league, you just get points off of wins. If we were going by win percentage, then the 6-0 Medford team would be at the top. But in terms of just total wins, Waltham now moves up to a tie for second with Medford, while Brookline still technically at the top, though not necessarily in win percentage. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Warren Field. Before I wrap up today's action, remember you can subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on things. Be sure to hit that like button, and you can follow me on social media for more updates on Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description. You can send emails for special requests. Emails in the description. And yeah, in the meantime, let's just sum up how this game went. Waltham put a run on the board in each of the first 3 innings. First, it was an RBI groundout by Dylan Mullane that drove in Nick LaForest, who had gotten on base with a single to shallow center and then stole both second and third to get in position to score. That put Waltham up 1-0. In the second inning, it was a double steal featuring Travis Tyrone going from first to second and Tyler Chaston going from third to home to score Waltham's second run. They went up 2-0 in the second. In the third, it was Mullane again, this time with a single up the middle to score Trent Fucci, who got into position after a double to deep left and a steal of third base, and Waltham went up 3-0. That was the last score of the game for a while, as it kind of turned into a bit of a pitcher's duel. But ultimately, Brookline finally got on the board in the bottom of the fifth inning. Donnell O'Neill ran out an infield single to third, stole second base, and then Andrew Silverman hit a deep shot to left center that bounced off the wall for a stand-up double that scored O'Neill and put Brookline on the board. But ultimately, Brookline could do no more damage as Waltham gets it done with a final score of 3-1. The winning pitcher for Waltham is Michael Cobb, as he threw 4 shutout innings. The loss goes to Brookline's Eli Rothman. He ate up innings. He pitched 6, but he did give up 3 runs, and so that leaves him with the loss. And the save goes to Ian LaForest. He did give up a run, but he pitched 3 innings, and by statistical rule, if you pitch 3 innings of relief and finish the game, then you get the save. And, after that defensive heads-up performance at the end, well-deserved, I would say. That's going to do it here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Once again, your final score, Waltham 3, Brookline 1. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'll be back here on Wednesday for another Brookline contest. If I'm not mistaken, they host Watertown at the same time, 5:45, and I'll have that. I plan on having that broadcast as well. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Monday.